win, so a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go. 5'9". I want that. Give me that ball.
Block will try again on 2nd down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, switch gears. Watch the eye. Hey, stand on. Fire.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Hey, Alpha. 44, Mike, 44. You gonna get this one? Yep. You think you gonna get this? Slam. Tighten up. Hey, exit. 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Block. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
44's Mike. Check. Hey, me and you all day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Hill on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 70-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Bring it, guys. Fight 51. Mike. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
Mahomes now on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Ricky.
Hey, 57.
Mike 51.
Mahomes to throw once more. Steps away to his left. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Check 59, Mike.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Locke now on first down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Bravo. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Get your swarm on. Mike, hit it.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Intercepted. Let's get this.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. He was looking for Watkins that time.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike, 44. Time to go, night. Whip.
Coaching spell.
Check that.
Fair.
Check three. Begin.
Ready.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, baby.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
22 jet bombers. You're out.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Get it.
To throw again on second down. Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Mike.
Throwing his Locke on third down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That's good for 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Locke now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Shit. Hey, watch it.
Here's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Lock going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Call that a 41-yard punt. Yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And the return will stop right around the 25. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Shane Ray able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Greystone, travel. Hey, wahoo!
Mike Popo.
Now Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Jones, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Attack, attack.
General, West.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he finds who else? Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
With the score, Chiefs 14, Broncos 6.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Motion.
Now it's Mahomes again. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Easy. Squeeze, double. Charlie. 45. Mike.
Now Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Broncos take
Let's go,
over first and
let's
10
go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Throwing now is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, Delta.
On third and long, it's Locke. Going right side here, and that's complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? To throw it is Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Attack, attack. Let's go.
Check mark 45. It's going to be a long.
Yellow.
It's going to be a long.
Attack.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Going deep here for one. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Buying time to his left. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And again, it's Mahomes. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 27, Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Look at me. Go, shoot.
Clock now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate what...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Sliding out of the pocket. And it's complete to Kelsey. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Now a play fake here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. Not that time for Watkins. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over.